How y'all doing? What's up, boys? It's the clown here. How y'all doing? Honestly, guys, sorry for not uploading recently. Have not been feeling the best, but I'm getting better. We'll get there 100%. But yeah, anyways, this is gonna be an early thought on season 5. Just kind of my thoughts, my opinions on what season 5 is. And honestly, just to start it off, I was thinking that season 5 was gonna be a lot bigger than this, guys. I was expecting a lot, and it was pretty good, but not everything that I was expecting to happen came out in this update. But first of all, I want to start out with the new weapon changes, guys, or actually the new weapons that came out. There was barely any weapon changes, but that's a little bit later. So this new two weapons that we got, the ISO SMG and the AN94, that's exactly like the one that was in BO2. If you guys remember playing that, if you're old enough to have played that. But yeah, it's exactly like that, it just looks a little bit different. But honestly, guys, I'm a little disappointed in the ISO SMG. It's an okay SMG. Maybe if you play multiplayer and that's your main thing, I think that it'll be pretty fun and you'll get a good use out of it. It's only level 15. You'll unlock it pretty quick. But yeah, guys, like it's just not gonna do it in Warzone. You got things like the MP5, the Bruen even up close, the MP7. Like, there's already too many top SMGs, and this ISO SMG will not compete. This is just my early thoughts, but who knows? Maybe later on people find a good class and it might just be one of the best. Like what happened with the Bruen, it just turns into one of the best. But early thoughts on this SMG, it's not gonna be good, guys. At least in Warzone. Multiplayer might be a whole different story, but it will not be good in multiplayer. And see, that's one thing that I don't get, guys. Infinity Ward. If they're gonna be releasing new weapons, guys, why not release good weapons? But who knows, man? Maybe it is actually good. But alright, boys. The other gun, the A94. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for a little bit better. I watched Drifter's video. He did a breakdown on it, and it's a decent 3-shot kill range. So it'll be good in ground war and multiplayer. But it only does 30 damage to the body. So if you guys add that up, 250 in Warzone, 30 to the body, to the chest. That's like 30, 60, 90. That's 3 shots. That's less than 100 damage, guys. So you are going to need at least 7 shots to kill someone with this gun, just to the chest. And if you're shooting them in the arm, limbs, like that's going to go even down more. So this is just not going to be a great weapon for Warzone, in my opinion. Who knows, maybe when people start maxing it out, getting all the attachments, then maybe there'll be a class that's just completely insane and people just don't know about right now. And then it'll turn into one of the best weapons, like also what happened to the Bruen. So we'll just have to see on that, but early thoughts. I don't have it leveled up yet. Like I said, I was not feeling good at all this weekend. And, we gotta just level it up and see how the attachments work, what combinations work. And, if all that works together, then, who knows? Maybe it'll be a great weapon. But right now, at the moment, it's gonna be an okay weapon. Solid like 6 out of 10, okay, whatever, but it will not be great. But who knows? We'll see. Also, guys, I want to talk about all these Warzone changes in the update. The train, it looks insane. I've only played a couple games, like I said, not been the best time yet, but we'll get there. We'll get better, boys. So the train, if we're being honest, it just copied Apex, but who cares, whatever. But yeah, that train is insane. I'm seeing that there's a lot of loot on that train. It's definitely a hot spot. So yeah, guys, I'd recommend landing on the train. Lots of loot there, and if you get a most wanted contract, just hop on that train, guys, and it'll take you around the map. and you get the most wanted, so you'll get away from all the people chasing you, and it'll be a lot easier to hide instead of just camping in a building in a corner like a lot of most people who have the most wanted contract do. Next up, Stadium. Stadium is like the hot spot right now, boys. If you're trying to drop high kills or just die right off the start, then go Stadium. Like, that's the spot. Like, everybody is going Stadium right now. It's just absolutely insane how many people land at Stadium. I know you guys probably seen all the videos of, oh, landing here first time and everything. Like, yeah, guys, it's really that crowded. But honestly, I'm not sure. I think once the hype all settles down and everything, I think Superstore will go back to being like the hot spot mainly. But who knows, guys? Maybe Stadium turns into the Superstore, or what Superstore used to be before this update. You know, it can turn into that, but we'll just have to see how everything plays out. You know, where players like to go, if they like Stadium or Superstore a lot better. But yeah, guys, Stadium is gonna be one of the hotter drops now. So if you're going for high kills, I definitely recommend going Stadium. That's gonna help out a lot more. And then we got the zip lines, guys. All the taller buildings, most of them have zip lines now that you can climb and just get up there like a lot faster. You know, there's now multiple ways to get up there. You know, if you guys remember, you know, people camp up there, especially downtown in the tallest buildings. They camp those buildings and they stay up there, and there's only one way up with the elevator. They have a claymore there, and you know, there's no way you're getting them down from there. So now there's you know, zip lines on the sides of most buildings, and you know, it's a lot easier to flank people up there, you know, challenge them when they're high up on those spots. And I think that's going to be a lot better for the game, you know, depending on if every building has that. But yeah, most tall buildings will now have these things, especially in downtown. You know, the train station has one too. So, you know, there's just different options to, you know, take these fights. You don't have to use the same elevator that's already being guarded by 3 people with claymores, you know. So this will be a lot better for Warzone, and, you know, to flank those rooftop campers. But yeah, guys, also I want to talk about nerfs and weapon balances. Like I said, there was no weapon balances, you know, in this patch, and if there were just minor weapon balances, you know, some here and there. But, you know, like, a lot of people were expecting, you know, even we were expecting a Bruen nerf, and that did not happen, guys. And Activision actually said that they will be coming out with a weapons balance patch. The next patch is going to be all about weapons balance. And, you know, in my opinion, in that one, whenever it comes out, you know, in a week or two, they will be nerfing the Bruen. Because as you can see in this clip right here, guys, just watch this. But the Bruen is just broken. Like, it is really good. No recoil, high damage. Look at that, boys. Just easy kills, headshots only. But, boys, it's just way too good. It needs a nerf. You know, you can't tell me otherwise. You know, it's fun to use, but everybody uses it now. We need to change, because, you know, I'm tired of getting killed in 1 second. You know, even though I can kill people in really fast, you know, it's so tough, you know, getting killed by that from like 500 meters away. But yeah, honestly though, the weapon balance in Warzone is really good right now, in my opinion. You know, you can use the M4, you can use the Kilo, you can even use the M13, you know, and you'll do really good. You can get high kill games with those. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, the Bruen is obviously the best gun in the game, but there's tons of other weapons you can use, you know, MP5, MP7, you know, and they're all good. The FAL is pretty good too. So yeah, guys, like, I mean, the weapon balance is honestly pretty good. I hope they just buff other weapons instead of nerfing everything to the ground. The Bruen does need a it does need a little bit of a nerf, you know, maybe a recoil nerf, you know, make it harder to use. I hope they don't mess with the damage too much. You know, I think it's pretty good if they just made the recoil a little bit harder, especially with the VOK, or they did something, especially with the VOK. But I don't know, man. The holographic that Nick Merckx used, that thing is pretty accurate too. You know, he can use it pretty good. Good players will still be able to use it pretty good. So I think just an overall, you know, not a damage nerf, but a recoil nerf. Just make it wobble a little bit more. You know, I think that will be a good step for the Bruen, and that can definitely bring in other weapons to the top. Like, there's already great weapons, you know, and many of them can come up to the top and be the top weapon in Warzone. But yeah, guys, also the Juggernaut dropped, and that's just not good at all. You can grab a Juggernaut now in regular Warzone, and that's not gonna play good for the game. Especially, we'll have to see how much health and how long it takes to kill. But yeah, it's not good, man. And also, Mini Royale, it's a fun game mode. You start at the end, and it's really fast paced. I would recommend you guys to check it out. But yeah, boys, that's just my early thoughts on Season 5. If you liked the video, make sure you like it and subscribe.